Mike with my Real Estate Dojo, and today we're going to be talking about automation funnels for real estate investors and agents. Okay, now what is an automation funnel? Well, I have made my own funnel, and what we do is we pull like a gravity force traffic and feed it into our tunnel and use automation to do the sales and closing for us in autopilot. So before any delay, let me write this stuff up for us. 1 second. All right, so the very beginning of any funnel, which many people, especially like ITs, the people that design funnels, omit or forget, is that this part of the funnel. Okay, this part of the funnel is what I call the traffic, okay, funnel. And I'm going to go into it in a second. Now, once you get traffic into the funnel, then you go to the next process, which I'm going to draw here. But before I go any further, I want to talk about that there is, in the business of real estate, there's 3 stepping stones. The first is lead generation, the second one is conversion, and the third is exit strategy. And what we're going to talk about right now is the lead generation part and also the conversion part, okay? All right, so I'm going to talk about the traffic part in a second, but I want to talk about the automation part, okay? So once the traffic comes into your funnel, the funnel I'm going to show you is basically what I use in my own personal business. So this is not some make-believe or something like that. This is what I'm using right now in my own business called the Alchemy Stones. So this is exactly what I'm using. So I'm giving you exactly a blueprint of what I'm using, not a what-if scenario. So I create the traffic, and then they go into this funnel, and the very first thing people see is what I call, just to make it simplified, is what I call the lead sheet or a lead page. It doesn't matter what you want to call it, okay? And in this section, all I'm doing is just getting the potential person's name, phone number, and an email, okay? Now, at this page, when they come in here, 2 things are going to happen. They're going to say yes and submit that lead form, or they're going to say no, okay? Now, I'm so glad you guys are here, because this one thing I'm going to show you right here is going to revolutionize your business and give you massive profits, because many people, many small businesses, even big businesses, don't capitalize on this, okay? So what do I mean? Let's say you're doing mail outs, okay? And you do 1,000 mail outs to expires. And then people respond. They this is the mail outs, this is the traffic part. They respond, they go to your website, but they never call you. They never reach out to you. They never submit your online lead, okay? So what happens to these people? 99% of the time, nothing. You guys just let go of it and go spend more money in the traffic and do the same thing again. Now, the people that came from this traffic and went to your website, okay, that said no, maybe there's so many different things. They say no, they didn't like your offer, they didn't like the text, the color, whatever, but it doesn't mean they're not interested, okay? So what we do at the dojo with the Alchemy course is that I show you how to, what I call my backup plan, okay? So let me, this is what I call my backup plan, okay? And the backup plan, what happens in the Alchemy Stones is that when we do the advertisement and people come, and they don't submit their information, okay, I don't want to lose that information because they still showed interest. So I'm going to do one type of marketing to them called data mining. Okay. And so because they show interest, because, for example, they went to the mail, you did 1,000 mail outs, they went to the mail, they were going through the trash, they kept at the red disc, what is this? They came to their home, they pull it up in their computer or on their phone, they went to the website. For some reason, they didn't go any further. You still want to target these people, okay? And I show you how to do it in the Alchemy Stones, okay? But just remember, this is data mining. So majority of people, when their traffic comes here and they don't submit or they don't buy or they don't call you, you lose this opportunity and you're spending a lot of money trying to get more traffic, But the thing is, the Alchemy Stones, what we teach you is you got to come back and target the people that showed interest, pick up your ad, went on the website, checked it out, but didn't go any further. And it's a lot cheaper to hit these people versus getting new people, okay? So that's step number one, okay? So they come to the website for my traffic, what I call my landing page. And all I want to do on the landing page is I'm not trying to sell them anything. Of course, I'm trying to sell them in a sense of like, hey, why did you submit this information, okay? Give me their name, phone number, and an email, okay? But I'm not trying to sell them any products or anything like this, okay? Once they submit, then we have my next page, which what I call my sales pitch, okay? Now, in this sales pitch, it's just not one of these sales pitches where it's about just me. When people come here and they watch this video, if they decide not to use my services, because two things can happen, they're gonna go no, right? If they decide not to use my services, I provide so much value for them that they usually have enough idea that they go explore it some more. So it's not like one of those pitches like the commercials you see on TV, like buy from me, okay? It's nothing like that, okay? It's where I provide so much value that some of the people decide to say, hey, Mike's free stuff is so good, let me just go ahead and see what he does. Other people just say no, they don't want it. But even if they say they don't want it, I don't stop there, okay? And so the next part of the funnel is that if they come to the lead form and they say yes, then we go to my sales pitch, okay? In my sales pitch, I have some text, I have a video, what I talk about, the benefit of the Alchemy Stones, how you use automation to get closings, how you use automation to get traffic. What do I mean by that? So you don't have to do the cold calling. There's basically a lot of different automation systems you can use to get this traffic, all automation. So now let's go back to the story. People come here to the sales page and they say yes, okay? The next thing that's gonna happen is that I'm gonna go to where I call my booking page, okay? And this is where I collect the money. And the money for this course, it's a $9,000 course, okay? And I'm doing an early bird special for a very promotional price of $18.97, okay? And there's only 9 seats and there's already 3 people that have already booked it, and I haven't even messed with it too much. But this is what I talk about, a full automation, okay? And I'm gonna talk about semi and full in a minute. So once we go to the booking, 2 things can happen. It could be no, right? Or yes. If they say yes, then this is where I provide the service. And where I show them to how to set up, traffic funnels, sales funnels, closing funnels, and automate the whole thing, and use Facebook and all these different technologies that I don't want to just put out here. I've already put out so much of it, okay? If you're interested, join me in the Alchemy Stones. There's only 7 seats left, $18.97. If you're a cash investor, think about how much money you've given to wholesalers. So imagine just giving me just $2,000 or less than $2,000, and I show you a system how to do this, how to field this. Now, there's so many IT guys can show you how to set this up. Okay, we're not even finished, okay? But they could set up websites, but they don't understand the psychology of sales. They don't understand online marketing 100%. They don't understand conversions. They don't understand copywriting. They don't understand X, Y, and Z. They don't understand the traffic part. And that's where we're going to talk last, is the traffic part, because what great it is if you have all these systems in place, but you're not getting it dripped in. And some of you guys may have already landing pages or website, and there's no one coming, right? And because anyone can set up a website, but what the Alchemy Stone is, I realized that there's a whole process that needs to be done for you to get this machine to work, and I'm going to set it up for you. But let's go back to the equation. So traffic comes in, they go to my lead page, they say yes, they go to my sales page. Okay, if they say no, I do my data mining marketing to them, okay? And then from there, I'm gonna send them to my sales page, okay? Now, if they say no on my sales page, that's not a problem at all, because I'm gonna now do my follow-up, do my sales, do my closing in autopilot. This is the whole reason we've created this system, okay? Now, this part is revolutionary, because if you just implement this part into your business, you're gonna get so much more business. If you're doing, let's say, bandit signs, you're doing, let's say, Google keywords, if you're doing meetups, you're doing whatever, okay? And you're generating people to your website, and then you're not remarketing to them, then you're missing a big chunk of business, okay? All right, so we go here back again. They go to the leads, they go no, I start marketing to them. They say yes, I go to this sales pitch where I basically give them my offer. I'd say, hey, here's what I have, here's what I can do for you, here's where all the benefit is, and it's just simple, okay? Just a video, and then I have a bunch of qualification that I ask them, okay, to filter it, okay? Like personal information, just like I do with sellers when I talk to them over the phone using my seller phone script, okay, the Ninja phone script. So if they say no at this stage, they don't want to fill out the big form and tell me about how much they make a month and what is their level of business, etc. Then they just leave the page, just like normally they do here. But that's not a problem, because now I have the information, and I'm going to do a variety of follow-up with them and do closing. And that's what you should do with your home sellers. If you're a realtor, if you're an investor, you want to buy their house, okay? And so what happens here is that the first thing that I'm going to do with them is put them into an email funnel system, okay? And the email funnel system will go out like this, okay? Back to back, okay? So that's one follow-up. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put them into a mobile marketing plan. And again, it's gonna go like this. And what is this? These are different touches. I touch them one time, touch them twice, touch them 3 times, touch them 4 times, etc. Okay? So now notice that once they go into this funnel, I am touching them more. The next thing I'm going to implement is what I call my massive PLM system, where I start using direct mail in a sense of like postcards and letters. And again, I'm going to go like this, which is different touches, okay? The next thing I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to implement some of the data mining, okay? Now, as you can see, as further they go along to here, the more marketing that I'm going to do through the follow-up, and it's going to be all automatic. I'm not going to do this, okay? I'm just going to sometimes not do anything. Sometimes I'm just going to click of a button, okay? Now, in your business, in this section, you could also, like, notice that I haven't said I'm going to cold call anybody. I didn't say I'm going to warm call anybody, because I don't, at the dojo, I don't call anybody to sell to them, okay? Because I feel like I'm doing justice for you. But in the real estate business, like when I talk to a motivated seller, of course I call them. That's the only way I could close a deal, right? But in coaching, I don't call anyone, because I feel like if you don't have enough faith to jump off to be your dreams, then if I have to do that for you, or anybody has to do that for you, then you're not ready, okay? So that's what it means to be an entrepreneur. Okay, now in this section, I mean, besides me doing the data mining, besides me doing the massive PLM system with mail and postcard, besides me doing mobile marketing, besides me doing, email marketing, I could put in there human calling, like I call them. I could put in there VA calling. I could put in there automation calling. So there's so many different, different stuff, okay? Now, once somebody comes here and they submit, okay, Well, they say yes, and they want to go to the booking. So this is yes. They go on this section. Some people don't pay. They're not going to willing to pay $1,800. So it's going to be no. So if there's no, I have another follow-up system just like this. Okay, and in this follow-up system, I have more because as further along the customer, okay, my students are willing to go to in this funnel. The deeper they're willing to go, the more I'm willing to spend on marketing to get them. Okay, this is so crucial. I want you to understand. Okay, somebody that comes on here, I'm not going to spend too much money on advertisement. Okay, many of you guys, for example, majority of my traffic comes for free. Okay, so I'll talk about that in a second. But I don't usually spend money on getting traffic, and I do it for free. I do spend some money. I can't say I don't spend money, but it's just this much of the pie. Okay, and people here, I don't spend as much money here. People here and here, I'm willing to spend more. People here, I'm willing to spend a lot more because people on this side that came here that said no already give me all their vital information, like, how much they make, what is their goals, where people on here, all they give me was from here, which is just their name, email, phone number. So as you can see, the more it goes in here, the harder it becomes. So in here, I could even get on the phone with them, which I never do. I can mobile market to them. I could do mails again. I'm going to do the data mining. I'm going to do different, Facebook ads to retarget them and have them jump the lead. Okay. So this is what I use for my Alchemy Stones, and this is an automation funnel. It's always in the process. It's never completed. Okay. Now, we talked about getting the traffic to come in here, and some of them, he'll hit your landing page, hit your website, hit your squeeze page, hit your funnel, and will just bounce back. And if you're not doing data mining to get these people, then you're losing out a big chunk of money, and I show you how to do that in the Alchemy Stones. At the same time, some of these people will go to your sales pitch, to your video page, okay? And in these people, you can have questionnaires that you would ask them, like in my seller questionnaire form, like, why do you want to sell your home, etc. Okay? But again, some of them, maybe 50%, 60%, 75%, depends on the business, will bounce back. Okay? They're not going to go with you. So now you want to spend time, what I call my backup plan, and use my backup plan to go retarget these people. Okay? And you should spend more money retargeting these people than you spend on here. Okay, with many different methods. Now, once some of them will go into the booking, where they give you all your information, but they don't put their credit card in, okay, you want to remarket to these people even harder than you did to this level, than you did this to this level, okay? It's so crucial. And on this part is when they, I provide them the service because they already pay me on this section, okay? Now, notice that there's follow-up number 1, follow-up number 2, follow-up number 3. There's 3 levels of follow-up, and more money is increased as we go further this way. Okay, all right? Because these customers are more motivated than the customers that were here. Okay, here probably like I wouldn't even spend that much money advertising because there's sometimes like competitors, just ad junkies, not motivated people. They come here and they bounce off. So if I was on a limited budget, I would put my money into this one or just this one, okay? And that's what I teach you at the dojo with the Alchemy Stone is there's a lot of different ways to advertise. People just say you got to do a lot of money. Yes, using the Alchemy Stones, using funnels, you're gonna have to spend money. Okay, it's not a free thing, but there's a lot of free stuff you can use to feed into the funnel. Okay, so for me, in this part of my business, the dojo, the coaching part, not the Mr. Investor where I buy houses because it's a total different funnel, okay? It's not the same way. But in this business, the dojo, this is the way I get traffic, okay? So the very top part of it is YouTube. And how much does that cost me? Nothing, it's free, okay? The next one is Facebook. All right? So you guys have to think about it, how powerful Facebook is. Before people used to say, hey, well, Google it. Now, I don't even hear people say Google anymore. They're just asking on Facebook, do you know a plumber? Do you know a title company? Do you know this? Do you know? So everybody's using Facebook, and if they can't find the answer, then they're going to Google and Googling it, okay? And YouTube is like the second biggest search engine, and Facebook has so many people on there, guys. So for me, I only use these two things, okay? The other thing I do is I use SEO, okay? And I show you how to do that in the Alchemy. If you guys don't know, I've been doing SEO since 1996, 97, 2000, before there was even a word called SEO. And it was AOL versus net zero at the most, okay? So I use SEO. And then, I have Instagram that brings me customers, okay? And, I do, email marketing, all right, to bring people into the funnel, people that may be interested in the stuff, okay? And then for my paid marketing, I just do one thing, okay? And it's just Facebook. And soon I'm gonna be doing YouTube. But again, I like to go into it, and spending at least money as possible, testing it, configuring it, because it's never going to be perfect, right? And getting it the best performing possible before I go into the tournament. It's kind of like any sports. If I'm going to wrestle, I'm not going to just day one jump into a tournament, and say, hey, I'm ready to wrestle the champ. No, I'm going to have to, go to classes and get ready and, do cardio and work out and learn the moves and, and work my way up, okay? So the same thing goes with this. So as you can see, automation, Facebook and YouTube work for free for me. This is search oriented, and people, are on Facebook all the time. The search engine works in automation for me. People go in there and type in real estate this or real estate that, and they find me. Instagram, these things I outsource to VAs. Okay, the email, Soraya takes care of that. Okay, and this I take care of, and it's very, very complex. But if you have somebody showing you how to do it, and like I do in the alchemy class, it makes the whole thing so much more. Now, the other thing I do is, which many of these people that do funnels don't do, is I combined offline with online, because it makes it so much more powerful. Okay, like I incorporate my massive PLM system in all these marketing. Okay, now in the alchemy course, okay, what I do is I spend about 2 days with you. It just depends how things go, and we're one-on-one. I help you create sales funnel, traffic funnel, and closing funnel. So this is the traffic funnel, and many people will just get some automated funnel system, okay, and they wonder why it doesn't work, and they spend $100, $200 a month, and nothing happens, because this is what the key is, okay? And I'm not just talking about, Facebook marketing, okay? Because Facebook marketing can be broken into 4 different parts, okay? I'm talking about some new school and some old school, and a lot of automation, okay? For example, one of my favorite things is what I call new school cold calling, where you don't even pick up the phone. Again, new school cold calling. You don't even pick up the phone, dude, okay? How cool is that? Imagine calling people without ever calling them, okay? That's pretty cool, right? And have them to reach out to you. Instead of you hunting them, have them reach out to you with a click of a button, okay? That's what I'm talking about, okay? And with this type of stuff, where you're constantly feeding the funnel, people come in, and then you have your sales and closing that happens here. As you can see, it doesn't take a lot of money, because we don't spend a whole lot of money into this part, okay? Because whatever we get in, we increase our chances of closure, okay? Where the average business is only working on this. They're always spending like Facebook ads for this, or they're spending all the money in here, all the money in here, all the money in here, all the money, and their follow-up system is weak. They hate follow-up. They may do 1, 2, 3 calls, and that's it. Imagine having a follow-up system that you never talk to someone on the phone. Imagine having a cold calling system, what I call my new cold calling, where you don't even talk to people, okay? But you're talking to them without talking to them, right? And I show you how to set all this up. I'll show you, and I'll hold your hand. I'll set up all the funnels for you: the sales funnel, the traffic funnel, the follow-up funnels, the emails, the mobile marketing. There's so much other stuff that I don't want to go into. It's a secret because I know there's a lot of competition out there. Okay, so whenever you get into the Alchemy, it's a $9,000 course, guys. It usually takes 2 or 3 days to complete it, and I help you set all this stuff up. So if you bought a franchise, you would spend thousands. This is a franchise of my business, Trade Secrets, that I've been doing for so many moons, guys. I've never had a job. I've been from high school an entrepreneur, guys, okay? College and beyond. Never had a resume, never had a job. And I've learned a lot, and I package it up into what I call the Alchemy Stones, which is a gravity force that pulls in the traffic, shoves it into the automation funnels, that does the sales and the closing for you, all in the autopilot without you ever picking up the phone. I mean, where else can you go get that, guys? And, I know there's people that can create websites. Well, if you guys have already paid for these, automation websites from some of my competitors, God bless them, and haven't got the traffic part or haven't got it to work, I'm not doing this halfway. I'm doing the whole package for you. I'm taking you and showing you exactly what you need to do to fill this in. Okay, now there's a lot of stuff I show you how to do it that costs very little amount of money. Some of it will cost money. To do this system is, of course, $1,900. You got to have some money. You can't just be a deadbeat that don't have any money. Okay, if you are, no problem. Get onto my YouTube channel. Get on my blog. I have tons of stuff for free for you. Take action, make money, and then step your game up and invest it to yourself. Because if you've been watching my free stuff, you definitely have gotten value. Okay, I'm so confident in that. And now imagine if you invest this little $1,900 into yourself, and you're actually working with me on a proven system, not only from the traffic all the way down from this part of the follow-up, this part of the sales, the closing, the follow-up, this part of the sales, closing, follow-up. So all you're doing is just receiving the ball, guys. Okay, what that's going to allow you to do is get on the top of the mountain. If you're a realtor, if you want to get a lot of listings, I know how to do this. I own a brokerage firm for 9 years. In the worst time of real estate, 2007, fourth quarter, 8, 9, when everyone and their mama was running this way, I started my own brokerage firm. We did short sales. We did multi-million-dollar listings. We've done so many listings. I know about how to get listings, guys. Okay, if you're an investor and you want to just put your business in autopilot, like you're a buy and hold guy like me, you just want to buy a couple of properties, I'm your guy. Instead of paying a assignment fee of $5 grand, 10 grand, $2 grand, it's $9,000 course. It's worth the $9,000, $2,000. I only got 7 seats left. There's only 9 available. Okay, I will show you, hold your hand, set these things up for you so you don't have to pay any more wholesalers. If you're a wholesaler and you want to do a lot of deals, guys, you're tired of just cold calling people, or you're tired of spending money on bandit signs, okay? Even with bandit signs, if we put the bandit signs here, they come here and they bounce off and they say no and they never submit. Well, just by adding this one idea in here, it's going to increase your business, guys, significantly. By adding some of these things in these systems in here, it's going to increase your business significantly, okay? And here's the thing, guys. I am so positive that my stuff works, that I'm going to back it up with 100% money back guarantee. Okay, so you have 365 days. So you have 365 days. If you're not happy with it, I'll give you a refund. Okay, and so what's the worst case scenario is you get all my trade secrets, 20 years of learning all this. This thing sells for $9,000. You get all this stuff for free, right? And you just get to fuck me, but that's all right. All right, because every action has a reaction. I'm not sweating. I did put out love. But the best thing is, if you don't want to fuck me and you see all the results and you're thankful, then what's going to happen is you're going to be able to reach the top of your mountain, whatever that is, guys. If that was to want to do a lot of deals, just buy a couple of deals, or save money, or spend more time with your family. You get to do all that, dude. So the worst case is you get on my trade secrets, The base case is you got a $9,000 deal for 1,800 bucks. It's amazing. So it's a win-win. You have nothing to lose. There's 9 seats. They're already been sold. I only have 7 left, guys. And again, if I don't deliver, God bless you. You get to keep it for free. Simple. All right? And if I deliver, I get to keep my little penny in return that you're willing to give me a testimony on how great this thing is, guys. This is the early bird special. I am going to be selling these for $9,000. Once the 7 seats are over, I will never, ever, ever offer it at $1,897. Read my lips. I'm not like George Bush. Read my lips. Once the seats are expired, I will never, never offer it at $1,897. $1,897. There's 7 left. I would highly recommend getting on there. I'm going to change your life. 2018 is coming. And let me give you so much traffic that you don't have to chase the sellers. You have the sellers chase you. And I'm a professional at creating filters, creating massive leads for very little amount of money. I'm the alchemist. That's why I have my little girl called the Alchemy. And I guarantee it, if I don't turn your stuff into gold, I'll give you all your money back. You can keep my stuff. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. And that's the only way to become the champ, when you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Hustle and bustle. Any questions? Don't take no for an answer. See ya.